previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
33 yards that time. When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We are in for a good one as we're through one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On play action. Now Rodgers.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Rams force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
He rifles one that's intercepted. To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second down and 4.
It's Kelsey on the ground. Touchdown, Rams.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
So the call is made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
49ers 14. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And this one's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, 49ers.
He goes 86 yards there on the touchdown run. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Rams take over 1st down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Daniel Carlson.
Following following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
That's down the field to Moss, complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And a quick throw here that's complete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, still ain't mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
First down and 10 at their own 33.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Here's Brady to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
The former Bill, Mario Williams, on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. His throw incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fields this way up at the 17.
The Rams take away 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Newton.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady.
His throw complete right side to the tight end, Parham.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Brady's going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
The score. Visitors 10, Rams 0.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. Touchdown, L.A. That's an 83-yard kick return touchdown. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. A little risk, a little trickeration on that return, but hey, the payoff, a touchdown.
And because this is the NFL, no band on the field, no trombone guy getting trampled going into the end zone. But how about how they got it done and turned it into a touchdown?
And that's one of those things where if that's a fumble on a lateral, the coach is angry. But if it works and you get in the end zone, it's a pat on the back, right?
It's something you have to do. You got to try and get it done, and make sure you give yourself every chance to find a way to score.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Newton. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Newton now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Antonio Cromartie.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. And oh, that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. It's taken to the 26. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Fielded right around the 8. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The shotgun snap for Newton. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. To throw is Newton. Steps away to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Newton. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip something at the second level.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A 7-yard gain. That's another first down.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Newton scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Rams have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit.
The gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go to Barkley again. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. A few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44.
Some good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start by running the option to the right. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw, Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more.
Visitors 25, Rams 18.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Cam's throw here complete to Kelsey.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Rams
On first down, Newton. He's going to let it fly. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now Newton.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. 55 yards. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now receiver in motion left. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
To throw is Brady. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Back to throw, Brady. Got a man, it's Randy Moss, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play, has him in field goal range with a chance to win. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Another one in the books for us, partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner, and let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, out the curve, out the block. Was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she comes, look what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the full. Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket coupe, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get them picked off Bentley, white like cotton. Residential, so good, my doors don't gotta lock them. Watch the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount cause
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First play from scrimmage. Newton going to throw it. Flush to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
To try again after the sack. Newton. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way, and that, to me, that was a combination.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick six to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And he's got some space here. The 20. Touchdown.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Extra point forthcoming. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball is at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right? Don't they...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for first and 10. They'll go option to the short side. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Newton. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He was covered by Monday Harper.
On 4th down, Newton. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him any time he has open space.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they're on the board now. It's 15-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Newton. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that is incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
He's got it. Touchdown, Rams. Mike Evans from 13 yards out. And the Rams get a late score here, the final minute of the 1st half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. They'll try and run it with McCoy.
Out don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 1st and 10, Willis. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage is in lockdown mode everywhere.
And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Willis, 4th down here.
Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Antonio Cromartie.
And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Over the middle to Evans. Touchdown, LA! Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Rams have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st down and 10.
Got ready.
Last play of the half, Willis.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One-point game through 2 quarters as we get rolling here in this second half.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football. And now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From just shy of midfield, Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second and goal, Newton looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10.
A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's first and 10.
Another tote for Etienne.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the 36,
Willis.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
On first down, it's Newton. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Mike Evans, 34 yards.
And the Rams strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Etienne up the middle.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Willis will look to throw on first down.
That's complete to Calvin Johnson.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. From the 5, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked by Ted Hendricks. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' take you to villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliant. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed them. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatum. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I make men in them. Enemies, I'm an enema, I'ma kill them like a cheese. Consequential, philosophies unidentical. I'm not into ya, my Siamese brother Benjamin. That's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. 8, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid. 800, eat it.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. All your ideas miniature. You tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find things.
That my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we don't ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grr.
Trust, we ain't taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with leash. Where's the love in the streets? Got my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. All that they gon' know the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up? You know what's up? You pretend, you don't lie, you don't be gang. You know what's up?
Crazy, we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. My I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses,
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On first down, Newton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. And here's the first carry of the game for the former Eagle, LeSean McCoy. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, LA! LeSean McCoy, 59 yards. And the Rams go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Play action. It's Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
He's going to look deep for more. He's got a man. Complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Newton's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Newton throwing again. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Cam Newton keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ted Hendricks. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
The score, Eagles 14, Rams 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Newton looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for L.A. 66 yards.
66 yards. Complete to Travis Kelsey. First and goal.
Slot man moves right. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And now off to the races down the right side. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's the fullback taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7.
21. Rams 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10. At their own 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cam Newton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Newton to throw.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Newton now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20, 10, 5... And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Extra point try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Cam Newton, as time expires in the first half.
And the Eagles will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL.
Told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, you waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas out of the freeway, pick up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip. Watch it, tick, 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 tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, go and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. moisturizer and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
Ha 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 ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's sympathy I lack. I care about one thing. Well, anyway, gotta pay a little more. We late to the jack, got a jet cause the bed leave at 8. And we got some fur on the upper deck in the orchestra. Gon' play a score for every album project. You ain't scared to change cause it's ain't coming out your pockets. My fruity and slick, I'm rude a little bit. Don't be acting so appalled. All y'all girl, let it put so much into tonight. And you just don't care. Now stop playing games, gun. Bring your downstairs. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Just don't care. Playing games, girl. Bring your downstairs.
I left something in the house.
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh, then the juke move. Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. This is not a game, this is not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies. Family size, leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap Sugar Ray Robinson.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good stiff arm and some space to run.
And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
I can't help but smile, not because I'm rooting for any team in particular, but to see the special teams set up their team in such a big way, you just know that helps the interaction between all phases of a football team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First play from scrimmage, Newton going to throw it.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Again, Newton to keep it.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown, LA! Mike Evans, 33 yards.
And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Now Griffin on 1st down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeMarcus Ware from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is RG3. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
He's got room past the 30.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Griffin. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Ready, break.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Griffin. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, Griffin. He's got a man. It's Chad Johnson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 39. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Griffin. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters. And this is what he's always had. And that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Cam's throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. 22 yards there, a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Newton. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Rams. Travis Kelsey from 19 yards away.
And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys stepped up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On 2nd and 10, Griffin. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
He's going to keep this again.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Hey, Pat.
4th down. Here's RG3. It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Newton on first down.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Newton, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Newton with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's going to go down again. Jeffrey Simmons, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Here's Griffin. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Griffin.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. After the sack on first down, Newton, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
On fourth down, Newton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Again, Newton. And he fires one incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Rams are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
After the interception, here's Griffin. And he's going to be taken down. RG3 couldn't get away, and that'll be a safety.
Right now, they're just trying to get to halftime because they need a break. This game, it's been a shellacking in every way, and they just got driven backwards for a safety.
On the return, Johnson.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Rams, nothing.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. From the 6. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Griffin flushed out right. And they'll get him down here at the 23. All that gets him is just a yard. And now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun, Griffin. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, it's Newton. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Just beating the play clock is Newton. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton.
And the Rams are an extra point away from going up by 30. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down, but you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Griffin. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
19 strike, 19 strike, 19 right.
To throw again is Griffin. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
Here's Griffin to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. DeMarcus Ware getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. first down throw for Newton. He finds his target. It's Evans. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Rams. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Rams will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
So the call is made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And the hands team for the Rams. And the ball is knocked out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers.
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
This is caught. Touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And the Rams get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or 2? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Newton out wide. That's complete. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2 if they get it and extend this lead out even further. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Carlson now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Griffin. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 10 now. Griffin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
But not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves, and they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Griffin's throw complete there to Johnson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is RG3. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Ware. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Griffin. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Griffin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Antonio Cromartie.
And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Newton's going to throw it. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Newton. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Well, now things get a little dicier here. It's a 42-yard extra point attempt. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles.
And now here's another interception.
And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Throwing here, Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
And that flag accepted.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Newton now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like
You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. And then the defense jumped up and said, hold it. We're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
Hey.